Hello everybody, Culprit here, and I'm bringing you another clip in my Reboot Camp series. This clip here is on the canals. It is just TDM, standard 24. I picked this one simply because it does definitely show some improvement in my game, but also particularly because the other team goes to some pretty huge lengths to camp. I know that the trailers can actually be, pretty chaotic, but you'll see some of these guys just don't have any qualms about just camping hardcore in some of these trailers. That's a little later in the clip, but and then there's one kind of W2F moment where I just don't even know what happened, and we'll check that out. Like right here, here's a guy in the camper in the in the trailer. Yeah, we'll see plenty more of him, pretty much in that exact same position. I believe I go just a little over positive here, like 28, 27. It had a bunch of action. I think it's 150 ticket server, something like that, maybe 175. I don't know. I don't exactly recall. But you'll see my game's getting a little better. I'm still kind of learning the keys here. Like here we go, we pull out the pistol. That's something I definitely couldn't have done prior, and that's due to just kind of getting the hotkeys on my mouse fixed up pretty good. I'm starting to get comfortable. You'll see me struggle. Some of you guys will get really frustrated watching me just walk over dead teammates and stuff like that, even as a medic. I do have the revive paddles. I just don't quite have the hotkey as a reflex yet. I'm working on it. I'm actually debating on switching, excuse me, the med pack and the revive paddles, because the med pack you tend to do when you're in a more secure area, whereas the paddles you tend to do more on the fly as you're running across the street, those kind of things. Well, I'm kind of currently debating that. See, I hate that. That's such a Battlefield moment right there. If you watch, the guy definitely had a blue name over him. He had both, obviously. I had a teammate behind him, but for some reason, the blue name takes superiority and it shows over the red name. Seems to me like it would be an easy fix. They should always have the enemy have priority, but they don't. I can't tell you how many times I die, both on console and PC, to that. You look at a guy and you just think, oh, he's friendly, and next thing you know, he's got a bullet in your face. That's just aim fail right there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Yeah, I seem to be playing a lot of canals, a lot of Metro. Can't tell you why. It just seems like all the servers on PC especially are just obsessed with these maps. They're not bad maps, don't get me wrong. It's just like, you get tired of playing the same ones over and over. And it's, I avoid those 24/7 maps just because you burn out, even if you love a map. Here you see me starting to see that there's a lot of guys on this end of the containers. I know the containers are always popular, but it just seems like guys are literally running straight lines to that end of the container. So I'm kind of wondering what the heck's going on. Like I said, you'll see me later on investigate a little further, and it's pretty funny. They're camping so hard I can't even really be mad at them. And there's my classic move right there. I throw the med pack instead of the paddles, and I just fail all over the place. That's just a mix-up of the buttons, bad awareness, just an all-around fail. I'm working on it, I promise. Here I am, I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm going into the canals, and look, I'm definitely wondering, where's that guy that got me? There's a bluebee that goes by, so I think I'm alright. Probably gets shot in the back here, I don't remember. I'm not really sure what that guy was doing, and I see that guy try to run, yeah, pistol fail. It shows the brain's starting to work a little faster. I'm not so much thinking about what keys to hit and stuff like that, but I've just got to get the job done. That's really what it's coming down to at this point. But I'm pretty settled in on the controls, getting better every day, and you see that kind of in the gameplay is getting better. I'm using the AEK today. I do like the gun. It's not one of my. It is one of my favorites. It's not my favorite. I'd say the assault class. My favorite is definitely M16 A3. Unfortunately, you don't really get to use it for both sides until the end after you've unlocked everything. I tend to try to try not to change weapons that often. So I use the M16 a little bit. Usually when I get kind of frustrated, I go to it when it's available, obviously. But I try to focus on kind of the same weapons during a session, just so I can kind of get used to it and keep the feel. Because, like I said, I have so many other variables in my game right now. I like to keep some things constant. I've definitely would favor having M16, and I'm pretty much working to get that unlocked. That is my go-to gun. That's my try-hard gun, and I tend to do the best with it. I just love the the reload time. Obviously the FAMAS is great when you're in a gun-on-gun, but if you're like me and you like to push a lot and you get into multiple enemies, the FAMAS can kill you because it's just so long to reload. Whereas the M16, I think, is just as good, you know, if a step behind as far as, you know, the gun stats, but it actually reloads a lot faster, which is great. Trying to see, this is what I'm talking about the difference between PC and the consoles, which I'm trying to learn. I tend to usually like to stay under that crane on consoles and those containers because they're a little less crazy, a little more, you know, you can flank and do things like that. And over here is usually a lot of action, and here we are on PC, and I'm just not finding it. There's a good example of my skills coming around. You know, I turn on a guy, you know, granted he was a sniper, I believe, and once he missed his first shot, it was kind of, I had the advantage, but I still turned on him pretty quick and got the job done. Here we go, tack light for the win. That guy's definitely, you know, showing a lot of skill with that. But I showed even less by getting killed by a guy running through a small door. This is probably the biggest reason here why I do not like this map. Granted, this guy's not a sniper. He is actually support with LMG that just headshotted me and almost does it again. But it just, some servers you get on, there's literally 5, 6, 7 snipers up in those trains, and they just, that's all they do is they just sit up there and they shoot you. Sometimes if you can manage to run around under the bridge, you can really get a nice flank move on them and clean up a bunch of kills. But you don't discourage them. They just go right back. Here I'm starting, like I said, figure out that most of the action's down in this end. Starting to kind of figure that out by just getting killed from that direction a lot. Get a couple there. Trying to get this guy. This is kind of what I'm talking about, the reload. I like to be reloaded quick. I'm not so natural going to my pistol yet. That'll come, but you know, I obviously don't want to go to my pistol if I don't have to. So I can't help but feel maybe the M16 would have had a couple extra bullets there for me, and I could have picked up that third guy. See him, just don't think I can get the shot off, so elect to stay stealth. Pretty much here I'm figuring out these guys are camp, but I thought he was definitely going into that container, so I'm trying to just be a little unpredictable. Unfortunately, I didn't plan on 2 guys camping very hard, and this is where it kind of turns into kind of a comedy clip. These guys are just, if you watch, you know, even some of the guys I don't shoot at, they are just running literally straight lines to that container. And, you know, I'm immediately going right back, which is probably foolish, but, you know, I just wanted to see what the heck, you know, if they really were camping that hard. There is another guy in there. I don't know how my grenade doesn't get him, but he doesn't, and I allow these guys to kind of distract me, and I get taken from behind. That's an awareness fail, but I'm kind of chuckling to myself right now, just laughing at how hard these guys are. They're just camping that container, and it doesn't stop. They pretty much do it all around. And I think the biggest problem, there we go, see, there's a nice one, is that it works. Unfortunately, I want to tell you that it doesn't work. You know, it hurts your team or whatever, but as you can see, they end up getting the win. And I don't know exactly if those guys are any decent on the leaderboard or whatnot, but you know, sometimes it does pay, and that's what I hate. I wish we could somehow get something changed. Now, is this it? No, this isn't the clip. Oh, total pistol fail. Could have had a nice 3 there. But what are you going to do? Perhaps if I had the G18 or something like I'm used to, but still should have gotten it done. I mean, that second guy, I don't know how he didn't go down. It looked like I got a bunch of bullets into him. But there you go again. They're all in that container. I mean, that's all they're doing. And, you know, here we go again. It's just crazy. I see. And then that guy kind of surprised me. You know, he switched it up. He went to a different container. What are you going to do? Yeah. Didn't realize he had elevated his tactics. He camped a different trailer. There's one guy in here, an engineer, that gets me quite a few times. I think I was like 0-5 against him, something like that. There we go. See him running. They're running right for that container. It's just funny. Oh, that might be the guy right there. Still clean him up. And lag too long in the middle of the street and get taken out. That's pretty much what should happen, frankly. I should have known better. And this is what... That's just gun fail. That's frustrating, but it happens. Usually, yeah, I like to go under that bridge and clean up the snipers. I'm not really sure why I didn't there. And then I got the guy, see? Guy up on the train there. Luckily, he's foolish enough to jump down and come after me. And then I got a nice friendly guy there shooting me. That's great. Good help. This is me. You can see the hesitation there. It's me still kind of not quite with the controls. You know, thinking medpack, and just takes too long to do it right now. But it's getting better. I think coming up here comes a pretty good moment where I just still don't know what happened. I mean, obviously it was just a glitch, but I'll touch on it when we get there. You'll see some of my fancy editing as I learn how to edit a little bit. Now here we go. This guy's trying to switch it up a little bit, camping just outside the trailer. And, you know, I'm not lost to the irony here. No, there he is. There's my buddy. Watch this. He does not try to move at all. He never leaves the container. He just goes down with the container, you know. Now, like I said, I'm not lost on the irony here that I'm camping the camper. But, you know, it's just these guys are running in so hard. I figured I might be able to pick off a couple extra ones, but it doesn't pan out. Apparently found another hole to hide in. Little long-range skills here. That's probably more the AEK than it is myself, but hey, I'll take it. I don't know where. What? Ah. Here we go. They're nice enough to spawn me right by the containers. There we go. A little prize for him again. Never even moves out. Now, this is that moment. Yeah, this is... Should have had the triple. Watch what happens here. This guy runs across. He's down. He's dead. The other guy's dead to my grenade. Why? That guy jumps back up into my sight. Just delays me just enough, and I get taken out. Ah, that's frustrating. But, I mean, I still obviously should have had the third one. But, you know, just that little bit of that guy jumping back up. It's like he got revived or something crazy. And it just took my eyes off, and it kept me from getting the triple. I'm probably still still cussing about that right now. So I'm running in the middle of the street and doing all kinds of things I shouldn't be doing. It's probably one of the biggest holes in my game, on console especially, is, you know, I think I can do too much, and I think I got cheated out of something, and then I sit there and I get frustrated, and, you know, basically, you know, in poker they call it, I get on tilt, and then my game goes to crap for a little while until I get myself settled. But I find I'm getting better with that, you know, as the more I play. But, you know, we all know this game has some definite frustrations. We're still waiting for that patch to fix a lot of them. We keep getting promised and promised and promised, and hopefully it'll get here eventually, so that's all we can do. So like I said, I wanted to bring you a little video, show a little more skill for myself, and I believe I went 20-27. I was #1 on my team, yep, and I did not get the MVP yet, though. I don't know if I had one at this point yet, but that's it for now. Thanks a lot, and I will see you at the next video.